Hey y'all, welcome to Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings. This is a continuation because my phone wanted to die and I have a sick baby at home. She's a little under the weather, so I couldn't get back to it right away. So Leo, I will be doing your oracle card at the end of this reading. I'm going to go ahead and start with Sagittarius, and then I'll pop up the Leo card because I did notice I missed your oracle because of that, so don't worry, I'm gonna get to you. All right, so this is your mid-month for April. Let's just get into it. For Sagittarius, we have the Five of Cups here. Feeling disenfranchised, feeling left behind, feeling neglected. I'm feeling it's Cancer moon right now this weekend if you're watching this right away, and we are in the season of Taurus when you're wanting to feel close to people. There's physical contact that wants to be had, and you want to know that people are yours, that there's commitment and connection. So with that can come really feeling harshly those who are not physically around you anymore, really feeling a little bit left out in the cold and not really knowing what it is. So particularly for you, Sagittarius, you are not always the best at noticing when you are getting a bit lonely or when you actually need people a little bit more than just like a fun, crash and dash. So really pay attention to that for the end of April here, and be honest with yourself. If you do need some cuddle time, if you do need, someone to kind of hold you as you work through a situation, if something from the past comes up, don't just crush it down, okay? Feelings, emotions. All right, because then we have the Three of Cups, and so this is exactly following with that. So staying open to connecting with others and having emotional support from friends, and just knowing that you are celebrated and loved and included, even if people are very different from you. Some of you I see are having this nostalgia where it was maybe your boy is having a baby, your girl's getting married, your whoever your other homie is just traveling, and it's hitting you hard dang, where am I in life? What am I doing? Remember back in the day, man, the 90s were popping. Oh, I want to get back to the 80s, early 2000s. And so you're having this kind of this nostalgia that can go a little bit wonky and be kind of a wishing for something that can't happen, going back to that time. So this is have a drink, go to a club on 90s night or something, celebrate it, but do it currently. So bring all these past celebrations, those cups there, bring them current and celebrate them that way, and find a way to find rejuvenation from the past and not just pain. All right, so then we have the Hierophant reversed. So some of you have really been dealing with tough things with schooling. I feel like some of you didn't complete school and you're really wanting, that's where some of this nostalgia came back from. Some of you feel like you didn't get the experience that you should have or wanted to in youth, from school and just the whole textbook life of what you're supposed to go through when you're younger, and have those experiences. You're like, what was I doing? Where's my experience? All I remember is this sad time. Maybe something happened in your youth that took a lot more responsibility and you just never fully thrived and kind of let that partying side out. But I definitely see here wanting to release whatever has been holding you back. Some of you have were really held back by some friendships that are now over, and though you grieve them, it's for the best. If they were blocking you from yourself, if you are magically inclined, this would be like doing a blockbuster spell, a road opener spell to prepare yourself, because this is tough energy that has been blocking you and holding you back. But I see you moving forward now from this if you align with only the right people. Be very, very picky about your friend groups and your support systems at this time. And maybe time too to have with all respect, kind of ask an elder to cool it, or in a nice way. Basically, if you have a family member who they just don't give the advice that is fitting for your life, or they're more about domination and control and not about true guidance, or they could be the ones stuck in the past. They're giving you advice that's for the 50s and you're like, no, that's not how we do it. You know what, I feel like some of you, there's at least someone watching who really wants to come out about the truth about their relationship and their love life, whether that is interracial, whether that is a slight age difference or a gender difference or whatever. And so I see that you are tired of being blocked by tradition or by something holding you back. For some of you, it's education level. For some of you, again, it's like parental or your spiritual guide that, or like kind of guru or whatever. Woo. And some of you it's work too, being a workaholic and just needing to go and have that party time without feeling like bad, like you're gonna hear that Eddie Murphy song. Okay. So let's see what you're, okay, dissipating. So that is what it is. It's that nostalgia of I'm wasting away, I've been stuck, and the only good times I see are on TV. You know, I'm watching Cheers and Friends and all these other shows so that I can feel included and like I have a friends group, Sex in the City, whatever. You know, you're watching these shows like, oh, my best friend is the Fresh Prince, like, you know, so this is needing to find some reality and some, you know, kind of real grounding that you enjoy, because it's looking like you don't enjoy reality right now, and it's not exactly where you want to be. So it's like, you know, get yourself out of that kind of emotional chair or that mental chair that you've been sitting in for a long time. The canary's still alive, so I know coal mining, they use canaries, which is awful in my opinion, to see if there's gas that's deadly, and then the canary will die first before the human does. This canary's up and popping, birds are good. You know, symbols here. So allow yourself to know that it's not too late. You're not too old. Time, you know, you can't relive the past. And, you know, any of us who try, we just look silly. But, you know, you could bring something back on trend. You can go ahead and go back to school. You can find a new clique that is worth your time. So this is all about that. It's changing those social dynamics. Like, you don't have to be, you know, the fat friend or the stupid friend or, you know, the friend who's chronically single and can never get a partner that's loving. You can release those kind of stereotypes about yourself, but you do need some space right now to spread your wings here. Okay, so that is Sagittarius reading. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this oracle card for Leo. So this middle row here, going back to Leo, up there was Aries. Yes, so Leo, we have impasse. So this really ties in actually to the Aries reading, where it's looking like air signs or an Aries you might have a little head-to-head with, or somebody else is possible. But this is to not allow yourself to stay stuck and stagnant. Some people you're just going to have to see, when we talked about that happy ending, Leo, that, you know, you just have to call it what it is. You know, you just have to call it what it is and kind of plant your own forest and your own trees instead of trying to see for theirs, because they really don't, you know, they're blocking you. They really don't want to be part of, you know, this happiness and move forward. So if they're, you know, if this is them chronically not taking part in happiness, not wanting to have the happy ending that you do, or if they just don't see life that way, it can be time to release from that and allow yourself to move on and find, you know, bridges and roads that aren't blocked and burned. All right. So those are your readings. Check out your other elemental signs. Please subscribe and comment. Let me know how it resonated. All right. I'll talk to you soon.